Hey everyone, it's Jonathan from Awareness Ascending. Just wanted to let you know we have a private members network at awarenessascending.com. If you sign up and become a member with us, you get live stream access. So what that allows you to do is to ask questions directly to the hosts, get readings, get healings, get live channel direct messages for your questions, information that you want, and just be part of our conversation as it develops. So head on over. We have a 7-day free trial at awarenessascending.com and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Subconscious Healing Method. I'm Chris Chimbers. I'm a Canadian energy healer and specializing in the body code. And last year, I got a beautiful inspiration to go deeper, or to work differently, I should say, with the subconscious, working with the subconscious in a way that accesses the underlying causes of problems that we have in our belief system of energy work. We believe that there's always an energetic underlying cause to any kind of problem. So whether it's a health problem or a prosperity problem or a relationship problem, we can always trace it back to an imbalance somewhere in the body. The body code is an amazing tool for accessing the underlying causes and also navigating the body. It's quite amazing in that it could be, in an organ like the liver or the gallbladder, there could be a trapped emotion, for example, and we're able to pinpoint exactly where the imbalance is in the body and then also energetically release it. The subconscious healing method showed us that there are hidden compartments in the subconscious. And this is a kind of an unfortunate aspect of the subconscious, is that it tends to bury things, bury trauma energy, especially. When somebody undergoes a trauma, there's usually quite a wave of negative energy that comes in. And rather than release it, like we learn how to release, we learn how to shield, we learn how to have not to take things in other words, when we're doing energy work. Like as a practitioner, I would not be able to work if I would take in the energies from the people that I'm working with. So I've learned to shield myself and also to release if anything does get through to me. But the subconscious traditionally buries, it takes things in and buries them. And we found that this actually can cause what we call a split in the subconscious. And in those splits or compartments, there is some very heavy energy. It's usually the worst stuff is buried. It's like if you throw something in a closet and you keep throwing things into the closet until it's full. The subconscious has always behaved that way. And we're working on a better way, which is of releasing that stuff so that you don't carry it around anymore. So that's the basis of the subconscious healing method, is that we go into those closets or compartments, release the energy, and then the person is free of that energy and the subconscious can work much better. Because when the subconscious has compartments of negative energy, it weakens the subconscious. And the subconscious, the way it was designed for us by our creator, the subconscious was designed as the ultimate personal assistant. A personal assistant that's always there for us. It's always there to help us, to support us, to heal us, and to give us guidance, and even to help with manifestation of things in life. That's what the goal of the subconscious, the purpose of it is. And unfortunately, most of us are not using it using the subconscious in the way it was designed to be used. And therefore, it's sort of like a neglected personal assistant. If you weren't communicating with your personal assistant, they wouldn't know how to help you. So when we engage our subconscious, when we heal our subconscious, then it can take its role as a personal assistant, and the best one you could imagine. It's always there for us. Even if you don't acknowledge or know about your subconscious, it's still operating your body. It's operating 24/7, all the functions of the body. Just think about it. The blood is circulating, the food is being digested, the respiratory system is functioning. Everything is going because of the subconscious. We're not even aware consciously of how it operates. We just assume that, oh, it's just going, it's just happening. But there's a lot in the background there. The subconscious is just an amazing part of us. And my work is to help us connect with our subconscious and make use of it and engage with it. And it's just totally brilliant. The body code is a system of healing created by Dr. Brad Nelson. You can get a free month trial of the body code by going to Discover a month there. It is a totally amazing tool, and I use it daily. I use it in all my practice. I love it. It is a brilliant tool. And so, are there any questions at this point? Okay. Well, I really can't say enough about the subconscious mind. The human mind is so brilliant. Our conscious mind is aware of things that are in front of us, around us. But the subconscious goes much deeper. It's aware of energy, for example, that the conscious mind really doesn't see. When you get an intuitive prompt, that's coming from the subconscious. When you get a gut feeling, that's coming from the subconscious. And most of us know that those prompts and feelings are valuable. If you've ever ignored your intuition, you may, I've certainly regretted having done that a few times in the past, and I'll never do it again. I always listen to those inner prompts. I realize where they're coming from. They're coming from a very deep level of wisdom. That is the subconscious. The subconscious sees so much in great detail. And that's how we can access really good information about making decisions. I do that a lot with my clients, helping them, determine, like, for example, let's say I decided I wanted to go to a chiropractor and there's 10 chiropractors to choose from. Well, the subconscious, without having to go and actually go to their office, the subconscious actually can tune in to the vibration of each of those chiropractors and let you know which one is the best one for you. We usually do that by going on a scale of 1 to 10. So I do this a lot with folks, that are making a decision, and we'll calibrate each chiropractor and then come up with the one who is the most suitable for the person, and saves you a lot of footwork. We can always trust the information from the subconscious because it has no personal agenda. It doesn't have a bias. It looks at things very clearly and evenly. It's again, it's really something to be appreciated and marveled at. The subconscious healing method has 4 steps. The first step is called integration, where we find the if there are any splits. For most people, there are splits, as a matter of fact. And in those splits, we find the negative energy that is buried there, and we release it. And then we're able to integrate. Eventually, we clear the energy from the split or the splits, and we integrate back to the subconscious, so that we end step one with having just one unified subconscious. And maybe a person has lived for years with a split subconscious, and that's over. We start a new page. And then we go to the second step, which is called empowerment. And the subconscious, obviously having been fragmented, is not empowered. And it's sort of like an athlete getting into training. So we have to help the subconscious get over what's in the way of it being empowered, because it's been out of shape for a long time. So we go to step 2, which is empowerment. And then the third step is activation. Activation is not only getting into shape, but now it's getting into the game, like getting the athlete getting out into the field. Activation. And then the fourth step is the connection between the conscious and the subconscious. We want to have a really good connection. We want to have a relationship. So if we use the analogy of the personal assistant, you have this appreciation for what they do, and a really good connection. And those are the 4 steps. Okay. I just see Susan coming in. Hello, Susan.
Hi, Chris.
Hey there. Susan, would you be interested in volunteering tonight?
Sure.
Yeah? Awesome.
Okay. But you need to see my face?
If you like. Don't have to. It's not necessary. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I had somebody lined up, and they apparently couldn't make it. So I would like to show what we're doing here.
Cool.
Yeah. Now you have done the 4 steps of SHM, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And have we checked how well it's holding for you recently?
Yes.
You remember how long ago it was?
Couple of days ago.
Oh, a couple of days. Okay. Well, then I guess we don't have too much problem there, but we could double check anyway, just to show.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to get my body code up here, up and running, and show off the body code here a bit. Okay. So I'm making a connection with Susan here. Good. Okay, we're going to review the situation of how healthy is Susan's subconscious, and we have been working on it for a while. So it's we've gotten rid of the heavy stuff, but you never know. Sometimes things do pop up, and we'll have a look. So I'll first ask, how is Susan's subconscious integration? And her integration is 88%. So there is something to clear to bring her to full integration. And I'm picking up that it is a misalignment. Okay, it's a misalignment in the skeleton, axial skeleton. And it's got to do with the teeth. Now, the teeth pick up a lot of energy. And we have it's in the lower teeth on the right lower side. And it is, Okay, from the middle here, it's going 2, 3, 4. Okay, going towards the back. It's the first molar. Okay, the right lower first molar. And I pick up that there is a trapped emotion there in column B6. And it's a trapped emotion of shame. Yeah. So we shall release that trapped emotion of shame. Just take my magnet here and roll it over the governing meridian. This is how we release energy with the body code. And we'll check if that trapped emotion of shame is released from that tooth, and it is released. Okay. Very good. By the way, you may have heard of the emotion code chart. This is a really amazing little chart by itself. There is the emotion code, and then there's the body code, which is a much bigger scope. But the emotion code, a lot of times, we're always referring to this for the 60 trapped emotions, which all people, experience. Maybe we don't experience all of them, but we always experience emotions from this chart. The trapped emotion is now released from that tooth for Susan. Is there anything else to release from that tooth? No. Okay, so that tooth is fine. We're realigning the tooth. And now we'll test if it was enough to bring the integration to 100%. Yes, it is. So Susan, your subconscious is fully integrated again.
Cool.
And then we'll go to the step 2, which is empowerment. And Susan's subconscious empowerment is also 88%. So it's fallen back a little bit, which is par for the course. What is blocking full empowerment of Susan's subconscious? It is a pathogen. Okay, we have an energy of the pathogen in your body, Susan. Not the actual pathogen, but the energy of the pathogen.
Huh.
And it's a parasite.
Huh.
Okay, and did Susan actually have the physical parasite? No, you have the energy of the parasite, though. Okay, and we're going to take authority. This is another great thing we can do when we have things like viruses going around. We take authority over the virus, and we can command it to leave the body. We do this a lot. And we're going to do that exact same thing right now. We're going to take authority over the energy of the parasite and have the subconscious remove it safely from Susan's body. And this is happening now. The subconscious is taking care of that right now and releasing it from her body. And this is done. It's been released from the body safely. Yeah. Very good. Okay, is there anything else that is in the way of full subconscious empowerment? No. So your subconscious empowerment now is 100%, Susan.
Cool.
Yeah. And we'll go to step 3, subconscious activation. And Susan's activation is 75%.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is normal, it doesn't always stay at 100%. That's why we have to do these tune-ups, on a regular basis, because life happens, right? So we have 75% activation. And what is blocking full activation here? There is something in the circuit or system in one of the organs. There's an imbalance in an organ. And it's an imbalance in the heart. Okay. And what are we looking for? What is affecting Susan's heart? It is an energy. And it's an allergy or intolerance.
Huh.
An idea allergy. This is a really interesting concept that I've only learned it from the body code, but the mind can be allergic to an idea, just like it can be to a substance, like dander or something like that, or dust. You can actually be allergic to an idea. And if it's something that's good for you, you're literally keeping it away from you. It cannot reach you because you're allergic to it. You're pushing it away. And how long has Susan had this idea allergy? 3 years.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay. Is the allergy on the list below? Yes, it is. So we have this amazing list of all these possible allergies, idea allergies. And it's in column A, column B, column B. Okay, column B, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B5. So is there an idea allergy for setting or maintaining boundaries? That's it.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it rings true, doesn't it? Okay. All right. So we have an idea allergy to setting or maintaining boundaries, and we're going to release this now. Releasing this from Susan's field. Idea.
Hello.
Hey there.
I am so sorry. We had a family emergency. I'm here now. I'm
Okay.
so sorry about that, Chris. Hello, everyone.
Hi there, Susan. So
Hi, Susan.
Yeah,
Hello.
we'll get back to you. Okay, Susan,
Sounds good.
Cameron, we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for joining. Okay, because I'm doing a session with another Susan right now.
I got you. Perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Okay, so have we cleared the idea allergy to setting or maintaining boundaries? Yes, we have. Okay, that's a big one for Susan. Okay, good. That's great. All right. We're on activation now, right? And is there something else that's blocking activation? No. Okay, so that one just went up from 75 to 100%. Excellent. Okay, and we're ready for step 4 here, which is connection between the subconscious and the conscious. And Susan's connection there is 100%. So
Yay.
there you go. That one was fine. Super. Okay, so now Susan has got her subconscious fully tuned up. And think of a musician who's about to go on stage. What do they do before they go on stage? They make sure their instrument is tuned up, right? And this is exactly the same concept of us working with the subconscious. We want it to be tuned up, and then we can really, go all out. It can help us like 100%. And that's exactly where Susan is right now. And then we go on towards the next step we can do is called focused intentions. And we have a chart of all these beautiful intentions that we can do with the help of our subconscious to help us in life, obviously. So a few of these would be being in the flow of the universe, ability to be courageous, ability to be confident. And there's about 80 of these on a chart that we have. And from here, where Susan is, she can work by herself or with another practitioner. She can work on the areas of her life where things aren't going well, to empower herself. So I thank you very much, Susan, for jumping in like that. I know you weren't.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Sorry about not the photo, but
that's okay. That's okay. No worries. All right, super. Thank you. Okay, that was just an example of a tune-up. All right. Now, Susan Cameron is going to jump in now, and we're going to show a full session. So, Susan, all is stable over there?
We are good to go.
You're good to go? Fantastic. Okay. So the timing was just right then. Susan, have you done SHM for yourself or had it done for you?
Yeah, I've done a little bit. Yeah, I did a little bit of work with the womb splits and a few of your steps, but not extensively.
Okay. Were there splits?
In the womb, there were a lot. Yes. And I've integrated some of them. I feel like maybe it was like 17. And I went through my son's, he had a lot, like 13 splits.
Wow.
But this was before I knew your whole step by step. I just kind of jumped into it and it just felt like it was relevant. So I started working. Yeah. And I was shocked to find that much in the womb. So I've not worked beyond that.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what's coming up. Yeah, there's a lot to do. And, just because somebody has splits, it doesn't mean that they're, crazy or something like that. It just means that the subconscious has been habitually burying
Yes.
heavy emotions. It was its tendency, and we're trying to reteach the subconscious how to release instead of bury.
Yeah. Okay. And that makes sense. And I don't know how relevant this is or what all you're getting into tonight, Chris, but I had this struggle, like an eating disorder struggle for years. And I've started becoming really sensitive to different foods. And so another practitioner is using, I don't know if you're familiar with a radionics machine, but a radionics machine to determine what foods I'm reacting to. And interesting enough, I'm reacting to all of the diet foods, right? Kind of if my subconscious is like, I'm mad because you're restricting me. And so as she's doing this analysis, she said, everything is cleared from food emotionally. And I'm thinking, there is no way, like there has to be something buried deep down here. I don't know. I'm like, there has to be trauma or something. So that's just kind of an example when you say something's buried. I kind of see that like it's not even showing on a radionics machine, like a frequency machine, trying to figure out what's really giving me issues.
Right.
So I thought that, so the fact you're saying that today, that kind of backs up my my thinking around that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When things are buried, they can be pretty deeply buried.
Yeah.
And it requires the one thing about working with the subconscious is that it always has to tell the truth, but it does not have to reveal everything. So in other words, if we ask a specific question, it must tell the truth. But if there's something we leave out or we leave an open-ended question, it won't necessarily give up all the information.
Okay.
Because it has this idea that, well, we have to protect this trauma energy. We have to keep it buried. There's that belief. And we're working to correct that now.
Okay.
So let's see, Susan, about how integrated. We'll go through the 4 steps with Susan. I'm going to tune in to you now.
Okay.
Making a connection with your subconscious mind. All right. And now we'll have a look at what level is Susan's subconscious integration. It's 67%. Okay. And let's go back to the body code and we're going to see what we can find here to release to get that number up. Okay. And here we go. All right. Let's have a look here. What are we looking for? What's the first thing that comes up? There's a misalignment in the body, in the skeleton, in the axial skeleton, in the thoracic cage. The thoracic cage comes up a lot in my practice. The sternum sits right over the heart, and the heart is a big energy generator, probably the biggest one in the body. So I see a lot of energies that get trapped here in these three areas. And Susan's imbalance is actually in the manubrium, where the clavicles meet here at the top. And we have an energy there that's affecting the manubrium. And it's an allergy or intolerance. It's actually an idea allergy. Isn't that interesting? We just had one with the other Susan. So misalignment of the manubrium due to an idea allergy. How long has Susan had this idea allergy? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 years. Is it one of them that's on the list here? Yes, it's on the list. Column A, column B, column C. Row 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 4, C4. Is there an idea allergy to having energy? No. To being youthful? No. To being attractive?
Hmm.
Well. What do you think?
Well,
of that?
that's interesting, right? With the weight struggle, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so,
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this is taking a beating, about being attractive. Okay. Well, let's release the idea allergy. That's going to help you a lot. Releasing the allergy to the idea of being attractive. Very good. Okay, that's released. Very good. Okay, and let's see, is there something else to clear on the issue of integrating the subconscious? I'm getting no. All right.
So that's how you asked the question, Chris. What is the percentage that the subconscious is integrated? That was your exact question. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's the best way to know exactly how much we're looking for and what else we have to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are correct. There are no splits. You did work on your splits already, so there are no splits at this time. And so we're just dealing with the main subconscious. In other words, we got the whole picture now. We don't have these little hidden compartments to work with. So that idea allergy accounted for a lot of the non-integration. So her integration was 67%, is now 70, 80, 90. It's now 100%. Just with that.
Good job.
Yeah.
And so something that big like that, do you normally find, I'm sorry, if I have too many questions, just be like, hey, I need to move
Feel
on.
free. Feel free with the questions.
With my stuff. But do you like an event like that? So if that was 5 years ago, I had an idea allergy of being attractive. Do you see that there's other like shock conflicts or trauma fields or other trapped emotions? Like I wonder what happened 5 years ago. Are there other, I guess you could just muscle test that, right? Are there other energies attached to this event 5 years ago that's impacted me?
That's a great question. Let's see if there is anything else like that. I'm getting no.
Okay. It feels like it's no to me. So that's just interesting, right?
Yeah, I concur. It's no. So the whole thing, the whole issue of not feeling attractive is for most of us, that's a pretty core issue. It's a very big issue, right? So it's a big deal. So it's holding a lot of energy around that problem.
Yeah.
Now you've already done some background work though, so we didn't we didn't have any splits to contend with. That's good. That was a big deal. And it accounted for like 33% of the non-integration. Are you an energy practitioner?
I am. So I do
Okay.
body code, emotion code,
Okay,
entity
so
relief, theta healing. Yeah. So
you've
I'm
been around the
curious.
block. You've been around the block.
Yeah. So do you mind testing if my son Colt, like how integrated his subconscious is? He's 6 and I've done a ton of work with him. So I hear it's like 88% integrated. Is that right? I just hear, I'm not muscle testing. Let's see what it is.
Okay, you get that he's 88% integrated?
50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 92, 90. I get 93 if I actually muscle test it instead of just what I hear.
Okay, so your son, let me see if I can tune into him. I get 92.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. But let's stay focused on you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So that's step 1. You have subconscious integration, and then I will say the declaration here. We now harmonize and integrate Susan's subconscious mind across all time and dimensions, restoring it to its original state of oneness. And there you go. And as we were saying before, that 100% won't necessarily stick for forever. You know, you will want to tune up every now and again to make sure, because life happens and things can drop that number a bit. We'll go to step 2, subconscious empowerment. And what is the percentage of Susan's subconscious empowerment? And this is at 88%. So that's a very good number, Susan. So we'll be looking for something. We're not going to have to look for much, though, to bring this up. And that would be a misalignment in the body, in the soft tissue, a gland, and a brain gland. I find these come up a lot in the subconscious healing work. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's the pineal gland, the third eye. The third eye is imbalanced. And we have, what are we looking for? What is causing the imbalance in the pineal? It's directing me to the circular system. So there's an organ in the body that is having an effect on the pineal gland, and it is the bladder. Okay, there's an imbalance also in the bladder. And what is going on with the bladder? There's an energy there. Another allergy or intolerance. Idea allergy again. And how old is this idea allergy? Is it more than 10 years? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 years old. A 3-year-old idea allergy. Is it on the list? It is on the list, okay. Column A, column B, row 1, 2, 3, B3. Is there an idea allergy to being alive? No, to aging, to death. Idea allergy to death. Does that make sense, Susan?
Possibly. Yeah. That's funny that it goes to bladder. So you might have hit on something big. When we started this session, I was telling you about the food intolerances and what they're trying to figure out. It's because I have this constant bladder flare. Bladder. It comes and goes. And I guess it was about 2 years ago. So I know it can always be give or take. And you can ask if this is around this. I had a seizure out on the boat to where my husband, when I came to, he was screaming on the phone to 911, my wife is dead, my wife is dead. And I quit breathing for probably 2 minutes and had to go to the hospital. And it was this whole ordeal. So you can ask if it's around that, but
Yes.
interesting.
Uh-huh.
That was a huge trauma for our whole family.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's about. Yeah. You've got a big charge on, that was very impactful.
And and what was just going on with us tonight in the emergency was actually the family who had to drive my son to school for 6 months because I got my license taken away. Like I couldn't drive or anything. So I would say that was probably about the time that this bladder flaring started.
Okay.
So good job, Chris.
All
you
right.
can figure this one out.
I just work here.
We'll have some big kudos. Thank you. For sure.
Okay, well, let's release the idea allergy to death. Okay. And is that everything clearing from the bladder? Is that all there is? Yes, the bladder is clear. The bladder says it's happy now. There you go.
Wonderful.
And how does that affect the pineal? The pineal is also clear and is happy. Well, that was a big one. That was a real big deal. Susan's subconscious empowerment is now 100%. Yeah, there you go. And we'll make the declaration here about the empowerment. We give thanks that Susan's subconscious mind is now fully empowered, and thank the subconscious for all the work it has done to bring Susan to this time of healing. And another question, is Susan confident about using her subconscious power for the highest good of all? Yes, you do. You are confident about it. Some people are afraid of the power, right? And they'll pull back. Not you, not your problem. You're good. Okay, let's go to step 3 then, subconscious activation. This is getting it jump started, getting your subconscious in the game. What's the percentage of activation here? It's 88%. Real good. Okay. And what gem can we find that's blocking full activation?
That's right.
I call them gems because I'm actually happy when we find these things. You're going to be so free.
Yay.
You won't know yourself.
Awesome.
Okay, there's a misalignment. A common misalignment in the uterus. Oh, we're getting personal here. Misalignment of uterus. Be very careful with my questions at this point. Okay. Question: what's going on with the uterus? Okay, there is a energy. All right. Wouldn't you know? Another idea allergy. How long has Susan had this idea allergy? More than 10 years? 9, 8, 7, 6 years. A 6-year-old idea allergy. Is the idea allergy on the list below? It is. Column A, column B, column C. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C5. Is there an idea allergy to using or discovering talents? No. Joy or happiness? No. It's actually confidence. Does that make sense, Susan?
Maybe. I wonder if it had something to do with, 6 years ago was when I became a mom.
Okay.
Yeah. And it does seem like that could be stored there, right?
Yeah, that's what I get. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, let's release this idea allergy to confidence. Okay, that is released. Yes, it's released. Okay. And that was released from the uterus. So yeah, that's when you gave birth. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the uterus is all clear. It is. Okay, realigning the uterus. Beautiful. Okay. How's the subconscious activation now? It is now 100%. We're really going through at warp speed here, Susan.
Well,
Beautiful.
good, since I was
Yeah.
late. This helps out, right?
Uh-huh. Okay. And here's the declaration. We give thanks that Susan's subconscious mind is fully integrated, empowered, and activated, and returned to its original state as God created it. Her subconscious mind is fully capable of healing, accessing inspiration and guidance, and assisting manifestation of Susan's highest good. All right. That was step 3. And now we'll go to step 4. Recreating the connection between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And there's nothing to do. It's 100%. You had that one in your pocket already.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay. So there you go. Your 4 steps are all at 100%.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah. And is Susan at capacity? Yeah, you're at capacity. Okay. All right. Well, let's close this here. All right. Okay. So Susan, now that your subconscious is firing on all cylinders, you could go to the focused intentions.
Okay.
You're familiar with that list, right?
Mhm. Yes.
And work on the first 8, which we call the most important ones.
Okay.
Like clearing your name. The name, our name has an energy. Everybody's name is unique, and everybody's name collects energy.
Can you go just a quick, I haven't watched all the videos. Can you go through just a quick synopsis of how I go through clearing my name? 'Cause
Okay.
everybody here might already know that, but I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
let's talk about it. Sure. So you
Okay.
take the name that's on your birth certificate.
Okay.
You know, most people have a middle name, sometimes more than one middle name.
Okay.
So you just write out your name as it was on your birth certificate.
Okay. So mine was Susan Elizabeth Farmer. Okay.
Okay. And then you'll add your married name
Okay.
that you go by. And, if there were 2 marriages, you might have 2 married names. So you put them all, you put all the names that you ever went by.
Okay.
Okay. And then you ask, what is the degree of energy around my name? So let's say it's 80%.
Okay. I'll write this down.
Then you find the energies that are attached to your name and clear them.
Okay.
And when we talk about energy, we're talking about negative energies. We never clear positive energies, by the way. We're only looking for the negative things that keep the vibration lower. So
Okay.
let's say your name is 80%, you would clear whatever is attached to your name negatively and bring it to 100%.
Okay. So if I ask the negative energy around my maiden name, Susan Elizabeth Farmer, is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% negative energy.
Really?
You get that?
I don't know. I didn't want to check it, but now I will.
Nope. Now keep going. You're good. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
Okay, so so Susan's full name, I'm going to calculate it another way. I'll calculate it as positive energy. What is the positive energy of Susan's full name? 50, 40, 30, 20. Yeah, it is 10%. You definitely need to do this
Okay.
pronto.
Okay. And do you just go through the body code to clear the negative energy is what you do?
Yeah, the energies of the name are typically just in the energy section,
Okay.
not misalignments. It's almost always just energies that are attached.
Okay.
Yeah, but you certainly should get onto this very, very soon because your name has low energy.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's one priority.
Okay.
And the other focused intentions, remember now we have the subconscious in shape now. It's ready to serve you, like ready, like ready as it can be. So it's an amazing personal assistant, as I was saying before. So yeah, the name, and then there's the clearing the energy of your word. So when we talk about our word, we're talking about the spoken word and the written word.
Okay.
When I was young, you would often hear people making a business deal and they would say things like, "You have my word on that,"
Yeah.
or "My
Mhm.
word is my bond."
Okay.
People would take very seriously what they said, they would, hold to it because they had made a commitment verbally. Now it's not the same anymore, but like 60 years ago, it was a thing, to have your word, you wanted your word to be really solid and have integrity.
Mm-hmm. And so how do you phrase that question? The question around the energy around my word.
My word. Once again, we just calibrate the percentage of the integrity of your word. Do you want to do that now? You want to find out what it is?
What is that? And that's how I ask, what is the percentage of the integrity of my word?
Yeah, or the positive energy of my word.
The positive energy of my word.
Right,
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 92%.
That's pretty good, eh?
That right?
I'll check.
Look, I was like, is that right? Now that my name's so tainted.
I get 90%.
Okay.
See? So
Clear that. Okay.
yeah. So it's quite different than your name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But that's beautiful. And then we look at the third focused intention is self-healing ability.
Ooh. Ooh, I see. I feel low on that one. What is my self-healing ability? 10, 20, 30. Oh, is it that low? 10, 20, 30, 33, 5, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97? Look, I just doubt myself. I just doubt. I'm doubting Thomas. Is it 97?
97.
I
get
heard
that.
30. That's why I was like, whoa, because I
No,
initially
I
heard
get 97. I do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we look at the next one, ability to manifest.
Ooh. Look, these are fun. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, we're
I
having
hope
fun.
everybody else is enjoying this.
Let's make it fun. Let's make it fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Of my ability to manifest 0 to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How is that? It's 100?
No, I don't get that.
Okay, what do you get?
Susan's ability to manifest 75.
Okay.
Still, that's a good number.
For me. Okay. And are you seeing that most of this stuff is all in energy? All of this, or just the name?
Basically, it will be energies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is ability to receive guidance and inspiration.
Okay. And inspiration. What is my ability to receive guidance and inspiration? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90 to 92.
I'm getting in the high 80s, so pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now the next one is really fun. The energy of your actions and deeds.
Of actions and deeds. And what does deeds mean?
That's another word for action.
Okay. The energy of my actions. What could that be? 10.
Mm-hmm.
76.
I'm in the 70s. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, the energy of your thoughts,
Mm,
the vibrational level of your thoughts.
vibrational level of my thoughts. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I get around 50, 52.
I'm getting 70.
Whoa. Okay. So
Okay.
that's interesting. I would be that off. Huh.
Okay. And last one here. Last one is the energy of your emotions.
Okay. Energy of my emotions is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I get in the 90s.
I'm getting more like 40.
Okay. I must need to clear my energy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
Okay.
that's where you can go. That can be your homework for the next few days. Is work on these qualities, because this is going to have a big impact on your life.
Wonderful.
I have seen people who had the name clearing, really, their life has turned around from the name clearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was this? Was this downloaded to you in a vision? Have you already told everybody? What is the story with how this came into you?
It started off with a conversation with another healer. Is it possible to have more than one subconscious mind?
Okay.
And I reflected on that for quite a while and came up with, yeah, it is possible. And then it came the idea that, well, if there's more than one subconscious mind, but we're working with only one, let's say a person has a split subconscious mind. We're working over here, but then there's all this energy over here that we're not even accessing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing a complete job, are we? So learning that there could be compartments with all these gems in these compartments, that was the game changer. Started to realize that the splits, it unfolded gradually as through experience, working on myself, working on people who were willing to experiment with me. And we found splits, we found lots of things in the splits, and learned that it can be integrated. The subconscious can be integrated when all the splits are cleaned out. And then it went empowerment. Then it came to me like step by step. The empowerment piece came later, and then the activation piece came later, and then the connection piece came later. And I realized there's 4 steps to this.
Okay.
So yeah, it developed over several months last year.
Okay.
And then I also was guided to give this away and not charge anything for it. I only charge for my sessions.
Okay.
So all the material is free. By the way, if somebody wants to join the Facebook group, you can ask to join. We're on Facebook under Subconscious Healing Method. I think you're a member, Susan. Yeah.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a few questions that we ask that you answer so that you can be approved. And if you are looking for a practitioner of this, there's another Facebook page called SHM Practitioners.
And so what is involved to get certified to do this?
There's no actual certification.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like after I work through all this, I could say
once you're experienced in it, I'll trust you. I trust you to go ahead with the work, because I trust that this is divinely guided work.
Right.
And I'm convinced that the wrong kind of people are not going to get into this kind of work.
Yeah. Okay.
It exposes too much. If somebody has a dark intention, it's going to show up, and they're not going to get through this work at all. They won't be drawn to this work at all.
What's the longest you've had to work with somebody like tonight? If I would have came in and and it would have been integrated. I mean, like 10%
Yeah,
of something.
yeah,
How
I
long
know.
would it take?
And there was 20 things to clear. Well, what can happen is that if a person comes in, like they've never had energy work done and they're just
Yeah.
covered in stuff, we probably can't go through the 4 steps in one session.
Okay.
So we might get to the second step, and then we have to end the session and then pick it up later in a later
And
session.
you always do the first 4 steps and then you move to 1 through 8, like, or 1 through whatever, like what we did tonight. You always do that before you do the name
yeah.
clearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're not going to send a pitcher into a game who's out of shape and is not, like you want to get your team in shape first before you put them out on the field.
Yeah.
So you want to get your subconscious, in shape to do the harder work, which is, the specific healings.
Okay.
All right. If you went right into the focused intentions with your subconscious so, you're not going to get a good result.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So
yeah. So the 4
that's
steps,
amazing.
the 4
Like
steps.
I'm muscle testing right now, that bladder and uterus imbalance, like the idea allergies. If I ask like how much that's been contributing to this bladder flaring, I get it's in the 90 percentile. Do you get that? Because it's been a lot of pain.
Yeah, I do get that.
Great job, Chris. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, well, Susan, I'm glad you were able to make it tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm so
Awesome.
honored. This was great. This is amazing to work through it with you, because now it's like, oh, this is easy, but yeah, it's a lot less overwhelming now.
Yeah.
Has everybody on the call been exposed to this before? Has anybody done a body code? Are they all practitioners?
Susan's a practitioner.
Okay.
Yeah. Keith and Maria, I'm not sure. And Jonathan, I worked with Jonathan too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
I don't have my picture up tonight, but hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Susan,
Good.
meet
Nice
Susan.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah, awesome. No, this is great stuff. And, I've never been happier doing this kind of work. It is like, obviously in the last year with this new approach, I have been getting results like, never before.
That's amazing. Do you mind, Chris, if like offline over these next several days, if I work through these and just shoot you a message to ask you if you get that these things are cleared?
I don't know. I don't know if you should do that. I think it's a good idea to trust yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
You can
confidence.
you can give me a report if you want, but don't ask me to validate your results, because
Okay.
you have to trust yourself as a practitioner. And you see,
Okay.
you were dealing with a confidence issue.
Oh no. Okay.
We just took care
It's
of
gonna be
that.
a new behavior, right? It's gonna be a new learning. Okay.
Trusting your results. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Pleasure. Okay, then. So fantastic session there. 2 sessions, actually. And I thank you for your attention, everybody, and bless everybody here who is interested in this work. And, we have resources to help you. I'm called by some people an emotional support Canadian. I can offer you a lot of emotional support and, show you how to release instead of hold on and hide stuff, that's just been traditionally the way we've operated in society. It's time to release now. It's time to be free. All of us.
Yeah.
Get out
And so do you have a website, Chris, like that has your information and your booking?
My personal website is heartfreedom.ca. I'll review the websites now. My personal one, heartfreedom.ca. If you'd like to, the free trial of the body code, it's discoverhealing.com. If you're interested in learning more about the subconscious healing method, we have the Facebook page, Subconscious Healing Method, and you ask to join and you answer a few questions. If you're looking for a practitioner, it's Facebook SHM Practitioners. And there's several good practitioners on there, actually amazing practitioners. I shouldn't say good, they're amazing. So that's how you can learn more about the work and possibly experience it. For me, it's a no-brainer. I think everybody, can benefit from this, but you have to be willing, obviously, and open to it. But life sure gets different when these things get regulated.
Yeah, this is super exciting because you can work with a client over and over, and you know what I mean? And you're just, some of them you have profound results, but then others, there's just so much hidden and buried.
Yeah. That was part of the initial question.
Yeah.
How come some people, they get a little bit better and then they relapse again, how come? And whereas other people, they, 1 or 2 sessions and they're fine. So we found that, that this is pretty amazing. Pinpointing the hidden stuff is very big.
And do you see that this is super beneficial? I would think there's been a lot of people that you work with that have things like mast cell activation or mold toxicity and susceptibility and tick-borne illnesses. Do you see that a lot with people you work with? Because it feels like those things are a secondary symptom.
Yeah, I know. I don't get a lot of that stuff in my practice, actually. But let's put it this way. All these molds and viruses and bacteria, we can take authority over that stuff.
Okay, tell me about that.
Taking authority over it, meaning that if this is toxic for the body, it's not doing anybody any good that it's there. We're going to take authority over it and release it from the body. So whether it's the physical virus or the energy of the virus, we get the subconscious to just say, okay, out. We're cleaning a house here. You're out. That's all we have to do. Take authority over it. It's not, we are much greater than the virus. Everybody's running around in fear of the virus, but we just take authority over it. We are greater than that. And
what I have it can be people that are super spiritual. It seems like these people with mold susceptibility, they're so susceptible to mold and mold, indoor mold toxicity. I mean, Chris, every car that they purchase, every home that they buy, every school that they attend, every place they work has really, really high levels of mold. I mean, it's really kind of bizarre. So you think it's just a point of them not taking authority, them being fearful of it, them attracting it like a magnet? Yeah, that's what I would say. Teach them to take authority over it. Teach them that they are much greater than those little things. Okay. Are you going to live inside a bubble all your life? Right. And do you normally see like there's dark energies that you have to clear with that in order to take authority, or it's literally just speaking to it, like speaking it out? There could be dark energies in some cases. Yeah. It always feels like with mold, that's what accompanies it. It's really interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for your input. You have some great ideas there, Susan. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're going to do real well in your in future. We shall see. I feel that confidence. We're going to do it. Yeah, I feel that confidence growing. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So thanks to everyone on the call, and we're going to close up now, and I'll close with a prayer. We give thanks for all the ideas that have been
shared tonight and for the clearings. Bless everyone who's participated in this meeting and who will be watching on the replay. Bless everyone. And as always, we give thanks to our divine creator in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Chris.
Good night,
Thank you,
all.
Susan.
Okay. See you next
Thank
month.
you. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.